adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
I keep forgetting I have my old intro music on the live streams. I need to fix that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? We are live now with the SITREP. We are doing some nation building right here. I am Patriot Prime in the good old US of A. And with me tonight is Tim K from the Nerd Crate, all the way from Germany. Good morning, Tim, because if I'm correct, it's 2 o'clock in the morning there.
That is correct. Almost on the dot. Now 2:01, but yeah, we are 6 hours apart. As a few friends of mine like to say, I'm living in the future.
Neat. I am a Back to the Future fan. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Great Scott.
Yeah,
So
man.
how have
Thanks
you
for
been?
having me.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. I enjoyed so much meeting you at TFCon and sharing our Capri Suns. I'll share this joke with you, or share this with those who don't know in the chat, or people catch up on this later. Bert and I, when we went to TFCon, brought a whole cooler full of these frozen daiquiris, not even thinking that our room didn't have a freezer. So we had a cooler full of just the liquid. So we walked around with cups and straws and just walked around drinking the liquid right out of these things. Everybody's like, "What are you drinking?" And we're like, "Oh, these are Capri Suns." So that's where that came in. I had to bring it in for Tim.
And my favorite saying from this vacation actually comes from Jason, because I said, "Man, Capri Sun straight from the bottle with alcohol. That's fucking awesome." I know, right? America, fuck yeah.
Oh, so good to have you. Thank you so much for getting up early or staying up late or whatever you did to join me tonight. So,
of course, you got it.
This is going to be fun. So how the SITREP works, for those of you who do not know, is I have 10 questions for my guest, 5 questions for him as a toy collector, and then 5 Toyhax decal sets that I'm going to give away tonight in the chat.
Nice.
And one of them is, I thought it was, yeah, I've got Cheeto Jazz. I have an extra Cheeto Jazz set to give away.
Cheeto Jazz.
Do you see my, hold on. There he is in vehicle mode. It was that nasty orange Jazz, and Toyhax doctored him up.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks pretty cool. Like I think it's pretty cool by Hasbro that they actually do these G1, G2 decals. Like who would have thought that they would go that route? But on the other end, I think it's just sad to see that maybe what could have we gotten if there actually would have been an animated series for Legacy.
Oh no.
All these nooks and crannies, like, oh, see, there's this little Shadow Striker here in the corner and the G2 Jazz there, like panning over whatever new town or city or new Cybertron or whatever.
That's what was cool when we were kids. You know, if a new figure's out, you know you're going to see him in the TV series at some point, at least until the latter years when we weren't into the cartoons anymore.
Yeah.
But I think G1, most of the figures, I mean, pretty much from 84 to 86 made it into the cartoon at some point.
Yeah.
G2, you know, that was just rehashes. But then I think the next series was Beast Wars. I mean, well, no, I guess now that you think of it, because Beast Wars was only the select few. There was a lot of those toys you never saw on the show.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I believe I was never that big into Beast Wars. The fun part is that we had season 1 on a local station called RTL2, and it ended really. I believe that season also ended with Optimus Primal in that kind of pod thingy.
Oh, the stasis pod where he's zooming into the planet destroyer.
Right, exactly that. Yeah, and that's where it ended, and we never got season 2. So I was like,
oh, you guys were denied. Season 2's when it really got good.
Yeah, big time. We also never had Visionaries.
I don't remember Visionaries. I know I must have watched it a couple times because I remember it, but like I can't remember anything about it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the cartoon. I remember the figures had the holograms.
Yeah.
Was the hologram in their chest, or they had a staff?
See, I don't know. We didn't have the toys. We didn't have the show. We had a little bit of Centurions. That's also when Ramen Toy came around with the 80s Commander. We were also like, okay, cool. What are those? And I looked it up. Oh, Centurions. Okay, had that for, I don't know, 3 episodes or whatnot. So I don't know jack about that.
Well, speaking of Beast Wars Season 2, I just got this beautiful figure in today.
Oh man, that looks good. That thing. I saw that.
He's got metal feet, which is awesome. Die-cast feet, and this is a pretty heavy figure.
Yeah.
My biggest thing with I don't get a lot of third party is I have like this anxiety when I go to transform, because at least with Hasbro I can be a little rough with my big old meaty man hands, but with the third party stuff I'm like very like a brain surgeon, being very delicate.
It depends, it depends. I got a few nice things too. Speaking of G1, I still have this, but mine is hideous. So I got this one kind of new.
Nice.
G1 Getaway, even with a box. So that is pretty cool. And since you spoke of third-party anxiety, a little bit of Legends. I just got the comic color swoop.
That's a Legends. That's big. I mean, that's got a good size to it.
Yeah, but if you think Masterpiece would be within span of, I don't know, maybe 18 inches. Easy.
I think Deluxe is in the chat. I know he's probably got that figure. He gets all the Legends.
He sure appreciates it. Yeah. New Age.
You just straight off a Power Master.
Dude, New Age is my jam.
I just rebuilt Dreadwind. I took 3 different figures and put them together to make one complete unbroken one.
Oh,
I just got to get some new toy hacks for him to fix him up.
Dude, I got still my original, and I had the Fright Storm 2 months ago by Fans Hobby. I never transformed him because I just love how the Fans Hobby alternate robot modes look. And then you got the G1 alternate mode for it. The color palette all works out. It looks great.
Now that's what the TFCon exclusive was based on, wasn't it?
Exactly. They took that and they did the Huntsman out of it. That's correct.
See, I came prepared. I got like all my TFCon goodies right here, just so in case that comes up.
I got my haulage for this week, so I'm pretty much set. My TFCon is already I don't know spliced somewhere in my collection.
I still have about 5 things to review from TFCon, and I met a couple people who sending me some things that I'm really excited to show off. It was supposed to arrive today, but now we're not going to get it till Monday because it's Christmas and the mail's slow.
Of course, that's the same thing. That's also the same as with I don't know with train companies. If it is in the US, I don't know what does it over there for you, Amtrak or whatnot, and with us it's Deutsche Bahn. Oh, surprise! Winter's coming around. We don't know what to do. Chaos all around. Every year the same story,
and it gets worse and worse and worse.
Exactly. And of course, budget cuts and people cuts. And how the hell are we supposed to do this? Maybe start keeping the people. I don't know. Wild idea from the top of my head.
Well, if we knew the answers to those questions, we wouldn't be YouTubers.
The good thing is, soon I won't be anymore. There are only a few videos left. I'm actually quitting.
Really?
Yes, I'm quitting YouTube. Actually, the topic that we had at TFCon came to a full fruition. My buddy that I'm actually doing the collector's bay with, you met him too, Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
He already quit. Just because the hits and clicks and watch time and whatnot, what we said, it's just too little. It's not enough to actually, I don't know, suck so much time out of your day for all that stuff. If you are not a, let's call it a sizable unit of a YouTube channel that you can actually piggyback your success off of from, or you got a little bit of following that already got you a little bit of the snowball going. You are just growing and growing because you got that fellowship, so to speak. You will never get there. And I'm doing this also now for 6 years almost. And with my 2 channels, I'm not even at 2K. I will never get there. And I just have so much other stuff to take care of. The shop is doing a lot of work, so I wanna get my toes deeper in there. My cat is turning 16 next year. She's not gonna be there always, and these videos take a lot of time to do, and I appreciate everyone watching and commenting and everybody that's actually doing that on my channels. But the thing is, from those 2,000 that, well, not even 2,000 that I got, I don't know, 100 actually watch. That's not enough. It's just
I
not.
understand. I mean, what we talk about that with our group all the time because me, for example, I have 16,000 subscribers, yet my videos usually break 1,000 views after a week, and that's it. And I'm like, how do you have 16,000 subscribers and nobody watches your stuff?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And, I understand the time constraints because I have people ask me, you only put out 9 videos last month. How come you don't do more? I'm like, well, I have a full-time job. I have a wife. I have a kid. And a 10-minute video that you watch on YouTube usually takes me about 3 hours.
That's it.
So you got to film, you got to edit, you got to get everything together. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you're not having fun doing it, I mean, that's what keeps me going because I get to meet cool people like you and like my con bros I hang out with. I'm always meeting somebody new. So that's part of the thing keeps me going too. And plus, it's for me, it's a way to kind of extend my hobby. Like normally, I would buy that figure, transform him once, set him on the shelf, never touch him again. Now with the YouTube, buy him, transform him, mess with him, and then I get to show him off.
Yeah.
Set him on the shelf and never touch him again.
At least one component more. But
exactly.
Yeah, I feel you. The thing is, this component is not completely gone. Like I'm doing the podcast still. We're on our podcast with our buddies.
So you're still going to be involved with the Transformer community in some media? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead. Let's get into our questions. Then we'll dive into this a little bit more.
Of course.
We're answering everything before I even get started.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's start off with our Transformer questions. And number 1, what's the appeal of Transformers for you, Tim K?
Well, the first word that comes to mind is my youth, being a small child. I love Transformers back in the day. And that translated over to these days. I grew up with all those series that everybody pretty much loves: Brave Star, Mask, Saber Rider, Transformers, the Raccoons, maybe also the guys around Scrooge McDuck and stuff like that. That was my youth. But the Transformers resonated to me the most. So interestingly enough, it's even the robotics and cybernetics and everything that got me, even predated Terminator, because Terminator, I watched Terminator when I was 8 or something like that. So that was super early. We were at a visit, it was running on TV. It's a story for another day. But Transformers, that was my thing. And I believe Optimus Prime resonated with me the most, if I try to answer that from the top of my head. And then the comics. We had these weird, if you look up tfwiki.net and you look up the Transformers comics section, the Transformers Marvel G1 comics section, you will see a sub article for that from the Condor.
Did you get the UK series?
No, UK and US. They were combined in Germany by a book company called Condor, by a distributor. And they made these super weird, hyper flashy covers for the comics, like a green Scorponok with a visor, with a purple weird ass Optimus Prime in the corner, and it doesn't make sense. They cut out stuff and put it together elsewhere. We never got Target 2006, so I have a lot of. I at least I wrote stuff like City of Fear or Burning Sky as a complete one. But some stories I just saw way later. So seeing actually how these stories and how these decals in the comics were different from the cartoon were always extremely intriguing to me. So for me, combining those and getting to grips how that all works and how the stories kind of come together, building a little bit of your own headcanon, because finding out that in a series, Unicron was built by this weird owl-like looking thing, no, I'm sticking to the canon from the comics where
Yeah,
it's
but the
actually an
cartoon
anti-god.
Unicron origin sucked. I'd much rather the
Exactly.
comics was where the comics he was a god.
He was an anti-god, exactly.
And
That
in
was
the comics it was like, oh, this little monkey dude made you. It's like, really? A little monkey dude made a whole planet?
exactly that. Exactly. Monkey dude and the face was kind of owl-like, and
Yeah,
I
he
was
had
like,
them big
nope,
weird eyes.
nope, I'm sticking to the anti-god and going back to the I don't know, primordial soup kind of world where they went to, and like these ethereal sphere, or where they back and came back to being into planets as a prison and whatnot. That was my origin, and I'm sticking to that, and that's all good. Hey, what's up, Kato?
And I think too, in the cartoon, didn't the guy who created Unicron, he made a more powerful weapon, which was this lame ass spider.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long since I watched that episode, but I remember watching it, I'm like, man, this sucks compared to the comic.
Yeah.
And what's bad is that episode there has some of the best animation in all of season 3, but the story just blew. In my mind, I probably get hate comments on this one, but I hated that Unicron origin story.
Exactly like that. Especially season 3 had in places so bad animation, it was not even funny anymore. Like they must have cut the budget by 50% or whatnot. Really, really
went with another company, and it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah, big time.
All right. Well, number 2, aside from Generation 1, what's your favorite Transformers fiction?
Oh, fiction. Yeah, I would need to go, because I mean it's kind of seen as companion, but in the end it's pretty much a separate piece. So I would go with the comics, the Marvel G1 UK/US comics, because it's funny. Some things are working with each other, and sometimes just they work beside each other. When I think about the whole storyline of the Megatron clone with Straxus, and how he was blown up by Blaster, and then came back, and that clone was what was it? It was waiting or finding shelter in the sewers of the River Thames, but it wasn't G.I. Joe there. It was Action Force.
Action Force. I remember that one.
Yeah, and he ripped apart the Centurion bot and whatnot. Like that was some traumatizing visuals in the comics. Like this whole dark and only a few of the optics and ripped apart pieces from Megatron's face sticking out of the light, and there were some cool ass things. And
I tell you, the Transformers comic, this was almost a Halloween special I was going to do, but I just couldn't fit it in with everything. Was the comics had some traumatic stuff. I mean, some gruesome stuff as a kid. I mean, the one that sticks in my mind the most was the issue where Blaster was in the smelting pool when you first got introduced, and there's his buddy. He pulls his buddy out, and he's all half dissolved.
Horrible.
As your kid, you're like, huh?
Yeah, horrible. Also, these other bots on Cybertron, when Optimus Prime actually transported back to Cybertron during Prey, and he had to convince his buddies from the records there that he's really Optimus Prime, and they were like, "Oh yeah, really? You're Optimus Prime? You died, buddy." And then they are sending their, I don't know, some Guardian or Centurion bots after him, and Outback kind of saves him, and he gets his backside completely clawed open by that Centurion bot with claws from here to I don't know whatnot, super long thingies, and you just see his cables and everything coming out to the back. You think like, okay, they really didn't.
There were robots. It's okay to see that.
Yeah, probably.
Remember issue 4 of the Marvel comic series? You got this big battle. You get Mirage gets his arm bit off by Ravage. Then Megatron blows Optimus Prime's arm off. And then you got the poison fuel, which eats him from the inside. I'm like, yeah, this is good for my 8-year-old mind.
Yeah. Well, the fusing of Megatron and Ratchet.
Megatron and Ratchet. Yes, that was messed up.
That's messed up. I want to see something new with that. Like, why don't they do with that? I mean, in these day and age now, I don't know if that gets approved.
Who cares? I mean, that's the way I look at it. If that one person is offended, but the thousands of us like it, cool.
Yeah,
he can get over it.
Yeah, same here. I'm 100% with you.
All right. Well, number 3 now. Do
All
you
right.
have a favorite figure or grail? One toy, one figure you would never let go of. Say you guys sell your whole collection. This one's not going anywhere.
Wow.
See, I asked the easy questions.
Yeah, I see that. Ha ha. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fans Toy Sovereign in the toy version.
Yeah, Hoist brought up one. Remember Circuit Breaker? Yeah, I don't think it was their
Yeah.
heads she kept on the wall. It was just their faces.
Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. I also think what was horrible when I never knew exactly. I believe that was connected to that when Spike, was it Spike? I believe, or Daniel, returned with Ratchet to the Ark, and all the other bots I strung out by their feet upside
Yeah, like the
down.
Predator.
Yeah, like that was the first Transformers comic I ever lay my hands on. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
I got on the wall. Well, you can't see it right there, but I got a graded copy of that one on the wall. That was in number 5.
See, and we never had that cover, so I had no connection to that cover. We had a different cover. It wasn't some German annual. What the hell? You never know. So
Annual, what the hell?
Yeah, I there's no better way to put it. Yeah,
I'll take it.
I think I have to nail it down to a top 3. I don't get it any shorter, I believe. One would be at 209 by Hot Toys in 1/6 scale from RoboCop 1987. One.
Oh, I know RoboCop.
Oh, you got the at 209 from NECA, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mine is a little bit bigger, but it's got other problems too. Then the number 2 would be Fans Toy Sovereign in the toy version, so more gray because I waited so long for that. And the third would probably be, because I paid nothing for it and I'm extremely thankful for it, is my G1 Overlord.
Oh, I'd love to have one of those.
I was
And Chris, real quick. Buster was the main character up until Spike showed up. Spike was introduced later on as part of when the headmasters came in, since his figure was Spike. But yeah, Buster was the Spike of the comic.
Fun fact, Chris, I'm living in a town that's almost the same name as your last name, Thelma.
Cool.
Number 3.
Lux. Well, I talked about you earlier.
Yeah, mine's a little bit bigger, but it's got problems too.
Mine just has problems.
I need to be real careful what I say in the vicinity.
Yes, on this stream you do, because trust me, we're quick-witted.
It was also pretty funny when I actually saw Kato at TFCon. We were approaching from the back, and I said, "Hey, there's a Kato in the wild," and he turned around. Oh fuck!
I think my funniest TFCon moments when Lazy Eyebrow come up to me. I'm lounging in that big open area where we all met the first time, and I hear, "Hey, Jason, Patriot Prime," and I look around, and I see Lazy, and I stood up to shake his hand, and I had to do this. He's like this much taller than me.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm also a little bit taller, but not that much. So I probably should have looked up a little bit more, but I didn't meet him.
All right, let's see. Number 4. What figure is your white whale, your most wanted toy? One you don't have yet, but you would kill for.
Something that doesn't exist.
And
Soul of Chogokin Ramrod.
You came from behind and said Ramrod in the same.
No, Bandai did a Ramrod from Saber Rider like way back in their Soul of Shogoken line. But that's an old one. Like I believe it's somewhat in the starting of 2000 like toys. I don't know. But since they're currently really overhauling a lot of their toys, if they are coming around with a Ramrod, a new version of Bismarck in their Soul of Shogoken line, in the style of their Die Rugger or their Voltron, day one pre-order. That is, I'm aching for that thing. That would be, yeah. I mean, that is also again connection. Peter Cullen and Saber Rider. I don't know how important was Saber Rider to you guys over there. Can you maybe put an estimate on that?
I really never had any experience with that myself. Of course, I lived out in the boonies, man. I didn't get much. I didn't get to see many shows or anything like that until I went to town to visit my grandparents.
Okay.
WGN Chicago, baby.
Okay. That's pretty interesting because Saber Rider, when it was I don't know what the actual name was. I can't quite recall now. In Japan, it had moderate success. The biggest success the show had was actually in Germany. So they actually did some Western episodes for that with a little bit less of the Outriders with their enemies and whatnot. So that was pretty big for us. We also got soundtrack CDs and the full series and several complete editions. So getting that thing, Ramrod, maybe I don't even need sound quotes or whatnot built into that thing. I just want this guy. That is just. I'm currently actually thinking if I just buy the old one now, have a little placeholder, make it a little bit more, shine it up a little bit, and maybe sell it once this thing comes around. You never know. That's my Moby Dick. Let's call it Moby Dick.
All right. Well, number 5. What's your favorite Transformer character from any fiction, any media? Your favorite?
G1 Galvatron. Stronger than Megatron, essentially the same guy, just batshit crazy.
Yeah. Now, here's a question. Do you prefer his movie voice or season 3 voice?
Oh, rough.
I, for one, hated his season 3 voice. I hated that high pitch. Leonard Nimoy did him to perfection in the movie. Then he gets his plasma bath, and it screws up his vocal cords where he's a lot more high pitched. I hated that.
Yeah, I guess so. I just tried to think of a few good quotes, but I got nothing. So I think I also stick with Leonard Nimoy. I think that would be best. Yeah, that's him. I mean, wasn't it also Frank Welker on the show?
I think Frank Welker did voice Galvatron, but he just did him with the higher pitch.
Yeah, differently than Megatron. I mean, it makes sense, but I think that kind of hurt him. So yeah, I'm sticking with Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps up all of our Transformers questions. And the other ones I was going to get into was YouTuber questions, but since you said you're going to start wrapping YouTube up, we'll kind of go into, well, I can ask a couple of these.
Of course.
For example, what possessed you to do YouTube, to talk Transformers to the world? Well,
my first thought was I'm not the biggest fan of my job. It's a pretty I'm kind of at a dead end or a stalemate. And the thing is, I know that I can't develop myself in that job much more, in the sense of, like, actually let's think of my job as a tunnel, only sticking to that what I'm actually doing. And in that I'm pretty much stuck. If I want to do anything else, I would need maths, and this head is not built for math. Doesn't work. So I'm stuck with that. In the company now, in that I can grow. So that is cool. But back then, when I started out in 2018, I said to myself, okay, I got now a little bit of money. I got some severance pay. I got a lot of time on my hands. I'm going to try and do this and see if I can stick it out as, so to speak, as an end game to actually be maybe my job, because back then there weren't so many Transformers YouTubers on the German side. So my buddy came in 10 months later, and he grew way stronger than me. I started out with a severe dislike face on a small video, sometimes 20 thumbs down against 10 thumbs up.
Wow.
So keeping that motivation up was not easy, I tell you. So that was pretty much my main motivation back when then actually we started our little bit collaboration thingy with the podcast, and then also with a Facebook group and YouTube with Collectors Bay and all that. It was just not pretty much keeping the spark alive, because that was other people's job, like the community and whatnot, and actually talking to us and giving us new fields to talk over for the podcast, and then doing the shop and all that. And that was all super cool that the community really kept the spark alive. But that's also where the whole motivation shifted, because we felt like this is now what keeps us going. There was a theoretical, I don't know, estimate, let's call it like that, of theoretical 3,000 people in Germany that would maybe be Transformers fans. But there were also let's call it a guerrilla factor, because there are so many casuals out there. Like on the convention we were last weekend as exhibitors, actually, there were casuals that were buying pieces. We were like, where the hell did those guys come from? They look like nothing. They didn't have any nerd shirts on whatsoever, but they bought a killer body transformable Bumblebee helmet for $400, and they came out of nowhere.
Ah,
so,
isn't it funny how we are? You go to a convention, that guy's not wearing a Transformer shirt. He's sketchy.
Yeah, the thing is that Transformers, that convention is weird anyway. We are now the Transformers guys to go to there. We were there the first time. Otherwise, finding something Transformers, a little bit sprinkled here, a little bit of pinch there, some cushion or Funko Pops or whatever. But an actual designated stand with Transformers? No, sir.
Yeah, now Transformer conventions are the main ones I go to, and was the only ones I went to for a while. Then last year I started going to other comic type conventions, or nerd conventions. I'll say what they are. Mm-hmm. And it is kind of weird going in. Here I am, a big Transformers guy, but you go to some of these other conventions, it's rare to see any Transformers anything.
Exactly.
I'm walking in with my Patriot Prime shirt and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, there's nothing here I'm interested in. I mean, there's some cool stuff. Yeah. And my son's spending all my money on Pokemon shit, but I didn't see anything I wanted.
Yeah, that's exactly it. A lot of Star Wars, of course, Pokemon. Like I like to call it the collector cancer. Funko Pops. That's pretty much it. But it's weird. Like we had a weird range how people spend stuff. It's either core class or the high premium stuff. In between, almost nothing. In mass, what was bought from our booth was Masters. That outsold everything. Super weird. Extremely weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So the rest of my questions really go into the channels and all this. But so now I'm going to ask, if you're wanting to get out of the YouTube gig, you're going to focus more on podcasts?
The thing is, I'm going to focus on is actually just being me, getting just having time. I don't have a family. So I'm single. I'm gonna try and live that a little bit more. Going out, maybe finding a missus. You never know. Taking care of my cat, like I said, it's always 3 to 4 hours. And when I'm off work, I'm the kind of guy, I can't work in home office. I can't take I could do that, but the thing is, I can't work like that. I need the clear cut between my private life and my work. If I'm sitting with my workstation at home, I'm getting misdirected in all directions, just not the one that's needed, and that is work. And so I need that clear cut. So it's 8 hours cut out of that, and then another video of 3 to 4 hours done, and she's demanding attention too. So, and I want some time for me too. So it's just too much.
That's understandable, man. That's one of the best answers you could ask for right there.
And you know that too with your family and all that. My buddy knows that too. He has his own family. He also has a band. He's a bass player in a band also. So there's a lot of stuff, And the other thing is just I kind of have to say I'm not built like that anymore. I feel like ever since a lot of bad stuff happened in my life back where I originally lived. Just cut off a lot of my, that's called my hide. You know, your nervous systems and you build up trying to stand the test of people, life, and all that stuff. It got chipped away good. So I'm not as steadfast as I was before, and so I need way more time for myself. I need way more time to rebuild and to refill my social battery. So I'm gonna take some time for that, and yeah, there's also another project, but I'm not at liberty to talk about that at the moment.
I understand. Like I said, you do you. There's no, I mean, you're the only one that matters if you think about it. You got to take care of yourself. And there is a great community that's behind you 100%.
Yeah.
I know you've made a lot of friends in this little venture with these plastic toys. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I kind of met you through friends of mine and just kind of, we domino into each other.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, there we go. He says it best. You can't pour from an empty cup.
It's exactly right. Exactly right. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, that's coming from a 50-year-old.
I mean, it's only 8 more years for me, so I'm steering there too. But yeah,
it's not too bad. Of course, I looked out. I went to the barber the other day. Finally got a haircut, and he did a beard trim on me. And I was looking down. I was like, "My God, look at all the white hair." He said, "Yeah, it's all from your face." He said, "You don't have any in your hair." And I was like, "That's awesome. Let's keep it that
way." Nice.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Well, I'll tell you what, that pretty much wraps up my questions. Does anybody in the chat want to ask me or Tim anything while we're here?
You can actually, if you like, you can go in deeper into YouTube if you want.
Well, let's see. All right, here's one. When you were YouTubing, what was your goal to be different from everybody else who was YouTubing?
That makes sense. Huh?
I said, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hear my kid. I was wondering what he's up to.
Okay, the thing is, my original concept didn't work out the way I tried to do it. My idea was, I'm sitting on the couch, the camera is rolling, I'm doing my review, and I'm unpacking shit and transforming it with it and fiddling with it the way everybody else does it, you know. And that's also why I named my channel like that. It was just this little crate. Everybody sitting in their own little crate, in their own little box, in their own little house, and unboxing their stuff on their own for themselves, having fun with it. And that's what I trying to translate over to the camera and onto YouTube, and that didn't work at all. I liked it for what it was. It was cozy, and I stick by the idea. The problem is it doesn't translate over to YouTube. It just doesn't work. You just need, and that I figured that out very soon. The thing is, for these kinds of videos that we are doing, the reviews, you just need that hands-on perspective. You need that. There's no way that you can translate all the details. I mean, if we talk a G1 transformer, you know, there isn't. That's just a bad example for G1, but the overall look, you know, there are a lot of easy lines with this guy, so there's not too much to show. But if you want to do it like that, you show this guy, like the people see, okay, it's a shiny figure, but can you show it a little bit more closer to the camera? And that's where the problem came in. And my first few videos had it just like that, and I spoke like this, and I liked it here, and I liked it there, and I liked it everywhere, and the articulation is cool here, cool there. But the thing is, you were just missing really that hands-on thing where you see, oh, here, there are nooks and crannies. There's also paint in there. That was all missing, and that's where the problem came in. So I had to overhaul. I tried different versions. I also tried this super tiny. There's these security camera thingies. That's kind of a cube that you can clamp to somewhere, and you have a security camera. It's 1080p. I tried that as an overhead. The quality wasn't good enough. I thought a little bit more in the veins of a GoPro. That didn't work. And so I went down to the usual method of doing it. Get yourself a tripod, clamp your smartphone in there, do a straight cut, and go down onto the table. Actually, I started out as a top down, but then I actually went down to not that, but I actually built myself a space in my previous apartment where I actually had a nice two cardboard, or not cardboard, it was plywood plates that I would do some what is it called over there when you do it, when you glue this self-adhesive foil to redesign your furniture, you know?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think what's called either.
Okay, cool.
Cellophane? No?
Yeah, that's it. I believe you guys call it cellophane. That's right. We call it Desifix. That's the manufacturer, but cellophane is cool. I designed the thing and all that, and I put that up there, and I had an actual plate where I actually could review it, and that, to me, that elevated my game. But I believe at the end of the day, I think my channel was poisoned from the start, where I actually had this dislike wave. So I think that extreme demotivational factor that didn't demotivate me, it kept me going a good while, because I know I can pull out of there, so to speak. I know what you're thinking, Kato. Stop it. But yeah, 6 years is rough, and I kind of think, do I quit? Maybe, kind of. But at the end of the day, I don't personally, I don't see it as quitting. I can see when people think it looks like quitting, but to me, it's like, would you put your efforts into something you know will never work?
Well, I guess the best way to put it, you need to stop for a while to reevaluate your situation.
Fair. That's also why I said, if I am in the mood, I got an idea for a video, maybe I return for a run or two. You know, I mean, Jordan did it good.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good second run, but not comparing myself to the GOAT. No, I'm just taking.
Don't quit. You regroup.
Yeah. What was it?
What was it they always say? I'm off to find myself.
Yeah. Seth Rollins said it best. Redesign, rebuild, reclaim.
Or as a Transformer fan would say, reformat.
Reformat is also good. Also, how hard is that new game gonna flop? that game is gonna flop hard. Massive multiplayer online role play in today's day and age, where you get games like that and roguelike for free on Steam. And like you said, on Nerd Convention, no one bats an eye behind Transformers. And then they're coming around with that. That's never going to work. I believe the most value they're going to get is out of the toys. Probably. Yeah.
And they look neat. I mean, I was kind of shocked when I saw these I forget what the game's called. Regenerate?
What isn't that
Reactivate?
Reactivate.
And I'm like, well, these look cool. What's this from? And I'm looking it up. The game's not even out yet. Well, how are you making figures?
Yeah.
You know, you got to get the game out, then get the figure. It's the game comes out first, then the figures to pump up the game. So I don't know. Yeah, reactivate. There it is.
Yeah. The problem is you will never have the timing right for that. Never. Either the things come out too early or way too late. Like when I think about 1.6, do you dabble in 1.6 a little? Hot Toys, always late. Always. They announce stuff mostly when the movie or the series come out, but the actual toy hits mostly a year later. Mostly. So
that only worked for Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. So
and now you look at the market with some of these things, they oversaturate it with toys. So you go into an Ollie's, and that's why you see thousands and thousands of these figures to this movie that flopped that nobody wants.
Yeah. I don't get it. I also don't get where they actually think that people have a craving for this. How did Hasbro actually come with the idea that people want a massive multiplayer Transformers game. I can't wrap my head around that.
It might be our age, because when I hop onto a video game, I want solo player. I'll see these games that, oh, this looks awesome. Oh, it's an online multiplayer game. Well, fuck it, I don't want it then.
Exactly right.
I want to kick back on my couch, relax, play a game, and I have to worry about rando Johnny in my ear yelling and stuff. Of course, this comes from a guy that plays Fortnite, but I play it with my son. I don't get in there when I talk to everybody else. I just play with my son.
That's something else. Yeah, but that's a good point. That always that rando Johnny is screaming in your ear. I can't stand
always
it.
Some 15-year-old little shit that just nonstop cusses you and calls you every name in the book, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to argue with this motherfucker.
I want to pull you right through your fucking headphones. No, exactly right. You know, I don't get that. I'm the same. I don't want that massive multiplayer stuff. I just don't. And that's also how I don't get that how video games actually now kind of developed or progressed to where they now are. You cannot fire up your game console and just play. It's impossible.
It's always a 40-minute update.
If you're lucky, dude, if you are lucky. Like what you said, I just want to fire it up and play a little. Yeah, but you forgot you have time left on your update to do a fucking pot roast.
Usually I just leave mine on rest mode, so if it needs to update, it can update, because man.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. It's pretty bad. I mean, quite frankly, I'm looking forward to my Christmas vacation. A, the movie, I need to rewatch that, and B, the actual Christmas vacation, because they are now announced a DLC for the latest God of War game, Ragnarok,
Really?
which is called Valhalla.
I haven't played the first one. I got God of War, the Viking one. And then I got Ragnarok Edition. I've yet to play either one of them. I get stuck on Sniper Elite. If you ever played that, it's the World War II sniper game. Love that game.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat. Always get the new Mortal Kombat. It's just, for me to sit down and really play a long story-driven game, it just doesn't happen, especially now when I do the YouTube thing, because normally if I got free time and say my wife's gone, the kid's gone, okay, the house is quiet, let's go shoot something. But then up here sometimes, and some of you other reviewers know it, you have to be in the mood to shoot a video.
Absolutely.
If you come up and you feel rushed, it's going to show on camera. I have so many deleted videos of me just not knowing what to talk about or forgetting the name and just trying to get it done. I'm like, I just got to get in the mood to shoot this, or it's definitely going to show. And your viewers are going to be like, yeah, you weren't into this video, were you?
Exactly right. That's also what I got left on the Magic Square Toys Bruticus. Like, this thing is amazing, and I'm got most of it done. I now need to review Blast Off, but then the fun starts anew, because I need to rip apart Bruticus. I got to film a portion about the bot modes. I need to film a portion about the alternate modes, and then I'm gonna need to do the transformation into all of that thing. This will take their sweet time. So.
Well, I've got so many figures in boxes because, you watch my channel. When I got my idea to do mine, it was, you're going to look at me first, talking about the bot in the package, and then I go into the video.
Yeah.
So I've got all these unopened boxes of figures I'd love to mess with, but I'm not going to open them up yet because I haven't done the whole, hey, here's the box.
That is what Dennis and me actually are looking forward to the most. Like this evening, I just catch myself. I had what did I have running? New episodes of Sweet Home on Netflix. And I was having that on. I was paying attention, but I was laid back on my recliner, and I'm having my smartphone looking at the smartphone and the show in parallel. I was like, this is so nice. And I don't need to carve up any motivation for a video. Just having my downtime. That is bliss.
I've discovered with my channel that once I upload a video, I usually let it cook for a couple of days before I film something else. Because there's a lot of people that pop video day after day after day. Yeah, and if you pop a video on, it's getting hits. You pop a new video on, the one you just put up is now going to drop. So you got to let that video boost a little bit. Yeah. Going back to the boxes, that's why I'm so glad. I mean, I like my window boxes to see what I've got. Or with some of these figures with the boxes enclosed, I can take these bitches out and play with them and then still show you the box like it is. And for all you know, there's something in there.
Yeah. That's also
Excuse me.
what Bliss is now with this. You know, I don't have to think about this. Oh, I can't put that in my collection because I haven't talked about this yet. No, fuck that. Like from now on, I can exactly. There you go. I can just open it up, play with it, put some insignias on there in case of New Age swoop, and put it in my collection. And that is all cool. Well, what is that? Is that also some multivitamin stuff or grapefruit?
Yeah, it's vitamins.
But have them. Yeah, it's got vitamins.
I have people that pick on me all the time. So why do you drink those fruity drinks? I'm like, because it's got more alcohol in it than yours.
Yeah, that and they really are delicious. They are absolutely great.
What else? Yeah, I was going to show off because the box that Tarantulas came in, it was a sealed box too. So I was able to take. That's why I've got him out messing with him because there's the box. I mean, as long as I don't shake it and you hear you don't hear the stuff rattling inside. So
I love what they do with the boxes. The one side a little bit shiny and the other side a little bit cartoony. That's cool.
Well, it's got some really great artwork here on the front, and in the back looks like my son drew it. Great to hear me. I'll tell you what, while we're talking downtime and I'm getting beverages loaded up, let's do a Toyhax giveaway. Who wants a Toyhax decal?
That sounds like an idea.
So we'll do that for the chat. Let me open this up here. Where's share screen? Window.
While you're looking, that's actually artwork I love on the Evangelion boxes.
Oh yeah, let me blow you up real quick.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Stop sharing for a second. There you go. Oh yeah, those are nice.
These are pretty cool. That's from the reboot of Evangelion. I found that at the convention that we were. That was one I was still missing. No glue required. Real great Evangelion. So real great Gundam, just as Evangelion, and these are super dope. I love the artworks. Hyper stylized a little bit, but you can just stick to the whole build thing, to the whole model without putting up any of the decals, and just have an old school Evangelion unit, and it just looks amazing. Looking forward to that one.
All right, well here we go, and the first decal set I'm going to give away is for Transformers Legacy Bludgeon, the Tarn. The Tarn remold that I actually ended up liking that figure pretty good. So one decal set for Bludgeon. In the chat, put hashtag Skellybot. I'll type it in so you know what I'm looking for. Hashtag Skellybot. Just like that.
Skellybot.
Like a skeleton?
Yeah. Of course. But then don't Skelly butt, but Skelly bot.
Skelly bot. Say they're punching in right. They got it right. Capital S, capital S. These are fun because I can pull the winner right from the chat.
That is nice.
I used to do these on like these drawings from like YouTube videos, but then people never contact you. But now people can hop in and they can get stuff right off the bat. And I'll let you guys know that I'm planning on doing a lot more Toyhax giveaways this month,
nice.
Especially for channel members. So if you are a channel member on here, be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be doing like gift packs of Toyhax, like 5 decal sets, like random 5 decal sets. So keep on the lookout for that.
I didn't know StreamYard has a giveaway tool.
Oh, it's amazing what you can find when you Google something.
But it's official StreamYard. Is it not on their tool or on their site or
somehow?
What?
I just pull it up as a separate tab. Now, Ash, I don't know if you're joking or not, but it's not Smelly Bot.
That's a good one.
This is good.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, I haven't got the emblem off my ratchet yet. I'm going to work on that probably tomorrow. All right, I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute to get your Skelly bot in. And I'm going to start collecting the comments, and we'll see who wins. Bludgeon. Let me get my pen ready.
Oh, damn. I just saw something.
What's that?
That could be something on Facebook. TM reviews not even an hour ago. Transformers Legacy United Titan class tidal wave at Cybertron Fest Singapore.
Oh yeah, that was they were talking about that the other day. Of course, we knew Tidal Wave was coming. He's in the artwork.
This thing is insanely big.
Ooh, I guess I'll have to watch it when we get off here. All right, here we go. We are drawing for Bludgeon. Let's collect the comments. Skellybot entries 7. So here we are. Let's go.
Oh, that is dope.
It is, isn't it? Slick. Don't pick me.
Come on, make me proud.
Oh, Traveler Bot wins
Nice.
Bludgeon. Congratulations, Traveler Bot.
Congratulations, dude. Enjoy. I hope DNA Design does an upgrade kit for Bludgeon. He needs those samurai skirts. The figure is dope, but he needs the samurai skirts.
I wish he had more of a skull face.
Yeah, that too.
I'm not a big fan of the IDW look.
Chris just asked in-hand images. Well, sorta, kinda. It's from that convention. There are some camera angles that are, let's call them wonky, but they show an insane size. So they're more hands-on. Looks good. Looks really good.
All right. So now, let's go ahead and draw another one. We'll try to wrap this up. That way you can go to bed.
Dude, I'm all right. I'm cool. I can go to 4 or 5
I
easy.
can go all night.
Oh, yeah, essentially, kind of. I slept a little bit ahead, so actually good. Hey, let me turn around a question, man.
Okay.
How did you start, or how and why did you start with YouTube?
Just something to do.
You were bored.
Yeah, in a way. What I was watching YouTube videos. Oh no, it was a dare. It was a dare because when the last job I had, I was a casino security officer, and of course I worked the night shift. And I worked with a bunch of ex-military and law enforcement guys, and we were off nights. You know, our families are sleeping, so we get online and we're playing like these tactical shooters, like Rainbow Six and all this stuff. And some of the guys like to stream the games. They're like, "Hey, we need to start streaming these games more." And I'm like, "Well, I kind of suck at playing online, man. I'm a casual player. I'll get killed online if we stream it, and I don't want people to watch me be the guy that dies first." And one of my buddies said, "Well, why don't you connect your YouTube channel to Switch or Twitch or whatever it was at the time?"
Twitch.
And I said, "Well, I don't have a YouTube channel." He says, "We ought to make one. Do one about those Transformers you like so much." So I thought about it. And of course, the whole idea, the channel name came from the tattoo that you probably saw in person at TFCon.
Yes, sir.
Optimus and the flags. That's where the channel name come from. And then I hyped on the whole military thing and the hoo-ah, and that's what started it. And then I just ended up having a blast with it, not only showing off toys, but meeting people from everywhere. I mean, it was so cool going to TFCon and people yelling, "Hey, Patriot Prime," and coming up to see me and high five and bro hug. It was awesome. Here, people see me all the time. They don't give a shit, but it was awesome at TFCon.
That is super cool. Yeah, that was also sentiment that I had also additional to mine. It was just like, there are so many YouTubers out there that are doing it. Let's stay at this route that we are here, like honest to the ground. Wrong. I hate people that do their videos and it just looks like a dirty windowsill. You know, they put their stuff on and just hold on to it and put a camera on it, and it just looks wrong. And I'm like, dude, you can do way better than that.
Man, I've got to the point I got to make sure my hands are washed, my fingernails are clean. I can't tell you how many videos I'll see where somebody looks like they just picked their nose and they're viewing their figure, and I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Dude, my OCD is getting my eyes twitching just thinking about that shit. How can you present yourself like that?
I'm gonna let you talk to the masses for a second. I'm gonna run to the other room. I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, chat. What's up with you guys? You wanna know anything? Hit me with a question. Oh, Engineer Hoist is there. What's up, dude? We met up. I don't know if you remember. My buddy was actually standing at TFCon talking to you, Dennis from Germany, and I came at you both with my camera. So I got you on my little TFCon thingy actually. Deluxe typed in sex bot. Deluxe, you did it wrong. Sorry, dude. Disqualified. Denied. What else we got in here? Let's get a little bit through the chat. What is the alcohol? What's the alcohol on these Capri-Sun thingies? Let me think about real quick. I believe it had a solid 20 or 30%, if I'm not entirely wrong. Jason, right? These Capri-Sun thingies. What's the alcohol on those?
Oh, I don't know.
20 or 30?
This is just 5%.
Oh, just?
Yeah.
That is probably the juice in there that does the.
I guess it's 1% juice, 5% alcohol, so that makes what, 94% water?
I think that math checks
Sugar.
out. Yeah. Chris just said the market is saturated with so many reviewers. Exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, because like when a lot of those big name reviewers started, I mean, there wasn't anybody there, and then everybody just started hopping in. And of course, a couple of mistakes you don't want to do if you want to hop in on YouTube. You don't do it for the money, because that's not happening.
Yeah,
I got people all the time. Oh, you rich YouTubers! It's like, yeah, I rich my ass. And you don't never buy figures just to review. I did that my first year. I bought so much shit I didn't want.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no. I only review what I bought, or where I'm remotely really interested in, to maybe also keep it, or something's just stuck with my eye. I don't know, like the Mod Fans roller. Do you know that? I mean, you said you dabble a little bit in third party. What's a transformable roller?
I screwed up. I had him in my cart, and I had Tarantulas in my cart, and I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and get Tarantulas since I have a gift. I had like credit from something I got. So I got Tarantulas, and I actually went back today.
Okay, is it your internet or mine? You're just stuck.
Am I here now?
There you are.
My son's downstairs playing Fortnite, so he's probably killing the stream.
Could be.
What I was saying, I had the roller in my cart, and I had a Tarantulas. End up just getting Tarantulas because I had some credit. I thought we'll go back and get roller. Look today, and roller was sold out, except for a military green one. I may get that one.
The military green one looks cool. It's the IDW color. It's IDW comics. Schwester Chaos. 5% alcohol in Germany. It's Feierabenddrink. You guys actually don't have a word for that, right? Like when you're coming out of your day job, do you got a word for that?
Yeah, quitting time. Quitting time.
Quitting time. Okay, that's the first time I actually hear that. I know that you also have a word to speak around. In my pastime, I like to do 1, 2, 3. You know.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, that's something that you do, but I never knew you actually had a saying for that. For us, it's Feierabend, so that's quitting time for us.
Yeah, looks, it's almost 4:30. It's quitting time.
Ash Bailey actually asked something. Have you limited your New Age collection to any specific coloration? 2, actually. Because when I'm lucky and I find something by the actual G1 Transformer with a good price, I'm actually getting those. But I actually went down the X coloration, so the full G1 toy color for the X for New Age toys, to get my G1 Transformer collection out of there, so to speak. But since they do comic, I do the double dip, and I I'm getting the C versions too. So that's why I got the swoop now also as a C, and I'm gonna put that up in alternate mode to have him as a Pteranodon, and I have his robot mode up in the X version with the glorious chromey wings. So these are so good. They're gonna be the death of me. New Age are so good.
I've got a few New Age. I got some of their Megatron. I got their Megatrons, their Cyclonus.
Nice.
And their Shockwave. I got the Black Megatron, which is the TFCon exclusive in 2021, and the comic book Megatron with the blue helmet.
Yeah, Clone Commander. That's called Clone Commander. That's a glorious one. I love the deco, and I love how New Age does it. And people say, "Oh, it's a cheap way." I'm like, no, it's not a cheap way. People don't understand how that shit works. They need to engineer it. And with the first run, they don't get their money back. They get their money back through the repaints. That's what's getting them their money. People don't get it. And they also don't get how they're that expensive. You sit your ass down, you engineer that shit. And then we're talk.
All right, let's do another giveaway. This time it's for Transformers Legacy G2 Cheeto Jazz. I just did a review on this last night. Hashtag Cheeto in the comments.
They should rename that officially. Cheeto Jazz. I like that.
What I call him in my review, it ain't easy being cheesy jazz.
Engineer Hoy is right on that, man. The chrome wings. I mean, New Age would have gotten a lot of bullshit on that if they wouldn't have chromed those wings. That was a dead giveaway. I actually got myself a Toyhax set of G1 Swoop because they only chromed the wings. They didn't put extra tampos on the wings because that's what actually missing. So I'm upgrading him a little bit, but only a little bit. And it was on discount. So
hey, our drinks are the same color.
Yeah, mine's empty and it's got 0 alcohol.
Yeah, and yours is healthy. Mine is far from it.
You never know. Maybe it's healthy in a way they find out in 5 years' time. You never know.
Well, no, it does have 1% juice in it.
See?
So it's got the 1% vitamins.
Yeah. See? Maybe a little bit, at least. Cheeto. I try to stick to X and Shattered Glass, but it's difficult to only stay with those. Dude, I feel that. A lot of those look amazing. I really got the itch on Omega to get the Mechabot version, the black one. That looked fucking glorious. So there are a lot of great decals out there, and New Age, I believe New Age is going the Fans Toys route there. Also interesting, Gator Melon Mirage.
Now, I know that they have a set for Gator Melon Mirage because in the Toyhax group I'm in where I work with them, they showed a picture of like a group of these guys for like some kind of Christmas. Somebody did like a Christmas photo with a bunch of the figures. Yeah. And in the background, I can't share the picture, but in the background is Melon Mirage and he's Toyhaxed up. So I know they've got a set out. They just probably haven't announced it yet. I know they haven't announced it yet because if they announced it, I'd announce it.
Nice.
So I'm sure it's coming. They didn't have anything released this week. Of course, they just came off their Black Friday sale. And I know they got swamped with those.
Probably. And then they want to maybe have a little bit of downtime. And then afterwards, probably will announce something new. I can see that. Because that's also
Last time they announced on a Saturday, which surprised me. I didn't catch it till the end of the night. Usually if they announce it during the weekday, I'll get an alert, but on the weekends, I'm usually doing something else.
Oh,
gotcha. All right, let's draw for this Cheeto Jazz. Hashtag Cheeto in the box here. All right, here we go.
Ash Bailey wrote Cheeto.
Cheeto. That won't get you an entry, but, to each their own. All right, Cheeto. Oops, wait. I didn't capitalize the C. Shame on me. That's the one thing about this. When you put in your match text, the word to look for, you got to match it up completely.
Gotcha.
All right, so now here we go. Cheeto.
That's super cool.
6 entries on this. Well, 5 because I'm in here too. I already got it. No whammies, no whammies. Where's my pen? Traveler bot again.
Damn.
Man, you shouldn't have handed me that 20.
That shit is rigged, man. That shit is rigged. You know, Schwester Karl's rooting for you, but that's all I can do.
Well, congratulations, Traveler. And we'll keep this ball rolling just so I can get all these decals off my desk.
That sounds like an idea.
The next set I have is one I haven't applied yet, and this is for Legacy G2 Grimlock.
Oh,
the
cool.
yellow Grimlock.
Oh, the tiger stripe.
Yep. And this one, I got 2 decal sheets on that. I've got him to decal up Fire Talk. I didn't buy any of those G2 figures, but Fire Talk sent me his to decal up. So I bought the decals, and I'm decaling his figures to review and send back to him. So he said, it'd be nice to have my figures done by a professional.
Oh, okay.
All right. So for G2 Jazz or G2 Grimlock, let's do hashtag yellow.
Ash Bailey just said, I'm excited about the Battle Beast stuff they're doing.
Oh, yeah. They're doing the weapons now.
Yeah, seems like it. I don't know, man. Like, I feel the longer that legacy stuff runs, the less interested people are in general. Like, United now is the worst for pre-orders for our shop out of all of Legacy, because there are now all these side characters and characters people just don't know anymore, or maybe also don't.
The Legacy United line is going to save me some money, because I'll be honest, a lot of the figures that's coming out is ones from the Energon line, the Cybertron line.
Exactly.
That I was in Iraq when those lines hit, so I didn't collect at that point. I didn't watch the cartoons at that point. I have no connection to those figures.
Yeah.
So a lot of I think this first wave, I got the core Energon Megatron and the 2 rock characters just because they intrigued me. But the other ones I could care less about. Now I did get Magmatron. I did order him, but yeah, just so I'll have to make that note on my channel that people are like, how come you're not reviewing all these United bots? As I said, I'm not buying figures just to review.
No, you need to have a connection for that. The slightest connection at all, or
especially with the way the prices, those things going up like they are anymore.
Yeah, that's also, and if you don't have a connection and you have no motivation for that thing, it just doesn't show. Like, also with the Masters of the Universe, I was able to pick up 2 figures that originally I just bought one. Originally I just bought the Man at Arms, the Target exclusive they put out for Masterverse. They did 2 versions for Revelation, the original Man at Arms and the later one with his little bit of his cloth thingy and lots of weapons and all that stuff. And I wanted to have that. The thing is, it got sent over here by USPS. It's got a German carrier that tried to deliver it to me, but I never got little paper thingy telling me it's lying there and there. You can pick it up whenever you like. I never had that. I looked up at the tracking, and it said, "Oh yeah, we tried to catch you. You're not too late. It's getting back." Okay, cool chat. Fuck you too. I would. Wow. That was my saying. So. The good thing is, it was 2 months before we were actually heading to Orlando, and I spoke with the guy, and he said, "Hey, sorry about that, dude. Can you pick it up somewhere?" And I'm like, "Send it over to a buddy of mine in Virginia. We're heading there anyway." So I was able to pick it up there, and he put in something else. So I got the Mattel Creations Vicron on top of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's a great figure.
And I tell you, in my area, I don't find hardly anything. If it wasn't for Amazon Entertainment Earth, I wouldn't have hardly any of the collection that I do.
Really?
Fortunately, where I'm good friends with my little group of YouTubers, we look out for each other too.
Yeah.
Like Bird or Hoist will get on, "Hey, I'm in this store. Does anybody need this figure?" So
yeah.
We kind of look out for each other.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's also what we are now doing in Germany. That's pretty good. If people are somewhere in a bigger town and there's one of those groceries or drugstores where stuff is actually put out over here, They just put up a little post with photos. Yeah, I'm here and there. If you need something, I'm here. I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or whatnot. And they can pick up stuff for other guys. That's pretty dope. So we got that organized a little bit down too. Masters of the Universe in Germany does the same thing.
All righty. We got 6 commenters for yellow. Let's see who's getting a Grimlock. You want to place a bet on Traveler Bot again? Here we go.
No, sir. Still grinding for my girl. Come on. No. Wrong.
Oh, Andrew Grant. He's been a long time subscriber of mine.
Sorry, Traveler Bot. No hat trick for you.
Now, the one thing I do like about one person winning multiple, that's less postage for me.
that is damn correct. That is damn correct.
Yeah, Chris, my snarl, he's been getting delayed over and over again, now due in March.
March?
Yeah.
We still got those in stock. I don't get it. How that is crazy. What else? Was it tarantulas? Didn't you guys get tarantulas that late? We already had
him. Usually I pre-order right off the bat.
I believe we got
what do I have now.
I believe
here's the decal set. This is a great decal set right here for Legacy Shattered Glass Sideswipe.
Ooh.
This is a great set. I love this one.
He looks dope.
So this one's next. Let's see. We'll keep this one simple. Hashtag Sideswipe.
That is simple. Traveler-Bot also says, I have not seen 86 Snarl here at all. That was pretty much on point for us that we got our stock. But Tarantulas, I believe we were 2 months earlier than you guys, which is weird. And we don't get the NECA gargoyles at all. They got no distribution rights in Germany. We have to import those. You guys pay 30 or 40 for that. We have to import that and pay 80 on the big one. That's some crazy shit right there.
Schwester Chaos, make your S capital, please. Yeah, make your S capital in Sideswipe.
Großes S followed by Sideswipe.
Capital S. Capital S. Just like this.
Let's see. Does she get
Chris
it?
Vellner in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw my video.
There we go.
I did on his tech specs he made. Man, he did such a good job on these.
Tech specs?
Funny, he sent me a bunch of Pretender tech specs, and he was telling me a story about them that I forget, like they were something new he's experimented with. And I was like, well, I just thought he gave them to me because I love Pretenders. Yeah, these are awesome. I love those. I got to find some way to display them.
Which ones did I have? I had Octo Punch. I had what's that? What's the oh man, I forget that every time. That green chopper one.
Crossblades.
Which one?
Crossblades.
Right. That one I had. Grimlock I had. Did I have Bumblebee? I believe I had Bumblebee.
The yellow giveaway was G2 Grimlock. And then we'll do one. How many more giveaways I got? One more.
One more.
After this one.
That's good. And then it's off to bed for me.
Off to bed, yeah. I had 5 giveaways. I got one more. All right, let's go ahead and do the side swipe. 6 comments again.
I'm gonna check out something in the meantime. I got myself a little lighting kit.
Ooh.
Because I bought myself. I having a lot of fun with these Lego flower sets, and they brought out.
Oh, Schwester!
There we go.
This one's going to cost me some money to send over.
I sadly have to say so. Yeah. I got myself the Tranquil Garden set, which is a little bit like a garden set from Japan with some trees and bells and whistles and whatnot. And they brought out a lighting kit for that with little LEDs and whatnot.
That's cool.
I have no idea how that shit is working. That is 100% new for me.
Of course, I think with mailing something in an envelope, I don't have to fill out a customs form.
Yeah, no.
So that'll be nice.
That is pretty cool.
All right, the last Toyhax decal set we're going to do a drawing for, and one I'm probably going to do this weekend myself, is for the Studio Series 86 Gamer Edition Megatron.
Oh, cool.
So hashtag Megatron.
Wow, these are a lot. Damn.
Like little LEDs, you say?
Dude, look at that. Super small.
Whoa.
I mean, I got spirit fingers. I can work with that shit, but that's new for me. Light up brick world. I mean, looks quality shit.
My son and wife both were huge into Legos. And then all of a sudden, nothing. I don't think she can hear me. I bought her a $200 Lego set last year for her birthday, and it's still in the box.
Oh, what set is that?
It's the one that you can build an Atari 2600 with the game cartridges.
Oh, that is sad. That's a great set.
It's like I fussed at them. I said, you got all these Lego sets still in the box. I'm looking over at some of these Transformers I still have in the box. I'm like,
Wow. You know what I thought? I thought those were actually light up bricks because they are actually light up bricks that take the place of several ones you just exchange. But these actually have to be lit up. Wow. Now here's some clear ones. Oh, and a little remote kit.
ooh.
Fancy shit is fancy.
Transformers is a lot cheaper than Legos. Where was I? Roanoke. And I finally saw a Lego Optimus Prime on the shelf. $179.
Yeah. That is crazy.
I don't know. I have a hard enough time dropping $55 on leader figures anymore.
Dude, you tell us. What do you guys pay for a deluxe figure now?
About 25.
We pay 34 mostly.
Woo.
Yep.
Jeez.
Uh-huh. That's pretty rough. Rough.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get ready to draw Megatron here, and we'll wrap this sit rep up so you can go to bed or play with your light sets. I don't know what you have planned.
I plan on sleeping first.
Dude, I forget who I was talking to the other day. I said I would love to do one of those.
10 butts, 10 shots. I would like that.
You have like 10. I think Mike Case used to do it on his show.
Dude, have you seen Mike Kincaid versions of that?
I think so. I've seen a few of them. It's like my big ass gets goofy when I get drunk. Well, you've seen me.
Yeah. But I mean, you weren't as goofy. I know way worse people. But the thing is, I love Mike Kincaid's version of that, where he actually beat that Revenge of the Fallen skits to pieces, yanked out the parts, and swiped it right off the table, saying "rolls like a champ." Had me lying on the.
All right, here we go. Let's draw for Megatron. We only got 5 entries for Megatron this time, and here we go.
Schwester Chaos. Sleep at night. Is that not normal? No, that is usually normal.
Dorian Lang wins Megatron.
Congratulations. Engineer Hoyt says, I have a lot of good Lego sets, still the box too, just not enough shelf space. Dude, I put myself off a designated space. I got my old model team Black Cat put up there. A third-party Lego set by Blue Bricks, from Convoy 1979 with Chris Christopherson, the Black Mac, I got the Mega Constructs Grayskull in there. The old Tumbler. The what is it? The UCS set. The new Icons Camaro. And the Fast and the Furious Charger. Oh, and a third-party Lego Predator, which is actually surprisingly, it was fun. So,
my son gave me the Lego Venom head. Have you seen that?
Yeah. My buddy
Haven't
has
put that
that.
together yet.
That's quite fun. Lego does so much stuff today, but it's also like the Transformers. How are you supposed to spend money on all that?
No shit.
You know, that's like the meme, right? My boss came to me, work more. Yeah, pay me more. But then you have less time to spend for that shit. So, but I'm happy, you know, like I'm actually getting out of a few things. I believe my Masters collection is coming to a close pretty soon. I'm done with Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat because they take too long.
Well, I was collecting Masters Universe Origins, and you can't find the figures anymore. My store doesn't get them. The last few pre-orders I've had have canceled, and the figures they are coming out with now are ones I've never even heard of before.
Which ones? The Sunman thingies?
Yeah, you got Sunman, 10. They had like these 3-packs.
Yeah,
like characters I've never heard of before. So
yeah, Sunman is weird. Sunman is a subline they actually bought and then now put into kind of their canon. It is, the story is as it goes is that there was a mother of 3 or 4, maybe, I believe somewhere in Somalia or somewhere like that.
Oh, where the kid came up with the character. Yeah, I remember reading the history of him.
Exactly.
But it's just one of those where I'm not against that figure existing by any means. I'm just not connected to it. So to me, I love seeing these figures that I've seen as a kid. Yeah. But then like those, I have just no attachment to. And of course, I'm on some Master Universe Facebook pages. They're all over these figures. But I'm like, it's not for me.
They're going crazy for it, and I'm also I love Masters too, but I love the more newer approach that New Eternia does for that. You know, when you have a little bit more stylized stuff, right? You see the character. It's just in case of Beastman, it's just way more brutish and way more beastie. That's like you see the character, you know what he is, but it's like that's like Beastman the way I imagine it. That's like way cooler. So
yeah, I kind of wish I got into collecting that line, but it is what it is. Well, brother, I'm not going to keep you on here. Oh, real quick. Anybody who won tonight, message me on my Patriot Prime Reviews Facebook page. That's the best way to get a hold of me. That way I can get your address and get your decals out to you. Congratulations once again. Tim, thank you so much for staying up so late to talk nerd shit with a bunch of us other nerds that had nothing better to do on a Friday night. And actually, a real pleasure talking to you again. I enjoyed meeting you at TFCon in person, and hopefully one day we'll meet again.
Dude, absolutely. I don't know if you will be in Baltimore next year for TFCon.
Unfortunately, due to my job, I won't be able to make any conventions next year. I can only go every other year, which sucks because this is the 40th anniversary year this year. But
yeah, that's right. I mean, it's still a year. You never know, but I will. Right now, it looks like I could be in Baltimore next year. So
nice.
Let's see about that. But dude, thanks so much for having me, Jason. Great time. Also great at TFCon. Thanks for the Capri Sun. I appreciate it.
I wish I could have shared with you tonight. You know, it is what it is.
Of course, and yeah, maybe if I come back to YouTube, the invitation, of course, still stands for you to come back to me.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
But for now, yeah. Thanks again, buddy. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. And guys, thank you in the chat for participating. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!